Welcome back and welcome to the conclusion of the Racket introduction. We will cover some more complex data structures. We'll do a comment on some things to look out for, and then I'll let you get started on your lab. Here's a reference for arrays. You notice that you have to include the subroutines for it, otherwise it's not going to work. Here's how you declare a simple array, and I'll just run this real quick. Okay, here's how you declare an array. Notice that you have to use the hash mark or the pound sign there. That's why you can't use it as a comment. And you notice it spits it back to you. Now this is a 1 by 5 array. This is a 2 by 3 array because there's 2 rows and there's 3 columns. I will not be specifically asking you to do anything with arrays in this class. You may keep it for future reference. Now if you have a fixed length array, that is called a vector in Racket talk. Here's a reference for it. Here's some examples of working through it. Okay, this is a fixed length array, hence it is a vector. And here's another one. Okay, when I ran those, okay, ABC was fine. Name, that tune came out okay. Now notice with Bruce Baldwin, I said it had 4 elements. Well, it just keeps on going Bruce, 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 which I'm sure annoys Mr. Baldwin. Now you have a vector reference. This is kind of a function, and what it does is it takes this vector and it picks out that number of it. Keep in mind 0 is the first one. Okay, because right here you notice that B 0, 1, B would be in the 1 degree position, so it picks out B. Now on name that tune, since that tune is in parentheses, that's one element. So when you ask it to print it out, it will print out that tune. Now if I go here, if I say element 0, the first element in there is name, so it prints out name. Okay, the next complex data structure is a hash table. You've done that before. And let's say we have a hash set at A5 and B6. Okay, you print that out, it shows you right there, A5 and A6. Now there's an update method where you add 1 to the value, not the key, but the value of A. So A5 becomes A6, as you can see here. And it just for grins, if you want to try it again, it'll add it again. So you'll have A7 B6 where you started out with A5 B6. There's a host of methods and functions for hashes that if you wish to use hashes, you can look them up and use them. You should not need to do that for this class. Okay, last but not least, the gotchas. Okay, first of all, make sure you put a parentheses around all your commands, otherwise it's just going to look at you and tell you that that's not a command. Also, don't forget to use a semicolon instead of a pound sign for a comment, otherwise it's going to expect an array. You have a reference here that gives you some other gotchas and quirks, and that comes to the conclusion of this lecture, and I hope you enjoyed it.